Here's 4 reasons I think that you should make the move to Lancaster County sooner than later. Well, what's up, everybody? My name's Joshua Carr. I'm a real estate agent out here in Lancaster County under Keller Williams Elite, and these are 4 reasons that I think everybody should make the move to Lancaster County. It's a pretty awesome place. I've lived here my entire life, so I'm a little bit biased, but I'm going to give you 4 reasons that I think make this place so unique and stand out among other places to move to, and why I think you should make that move before you know it. And a little bit of a shameless plug here. If you are thinking about making a move, check out my website here for some details on homes that are for sale in the area. And not only that, but my contact information below. I'd love to talk to you about what it looks like to make this move to Lancaster County and start living the dream. All right, diving into what I believe makes Lancaster County the #1 choice amongst anywhere else in the U.S. to live is gotta be our ability to have everything. No, really, like, we have everything. If you're someone who likes farm, rural living, we have over 85,000 acres on over 1,000 farms of preserved farmland. This makes up a large chunk of our 630,000 acre county. But if you're not someone who really likes farms that much, do not fret. We have the awesome opportunity to live in Lancaster City, which is an awesome city with so much art inspiration, food, restaurants to pick from, endless opportunities to do different things on the weekends, weekdays, whatever it is. There's always something to do in this tiny city, and it's not as packed as some of your more major cities, so you can breathe a little better. And not to mention, we have suburban living too. If you just want a quiet little town or a nice little neighborhood, all those opportunities are all in this little county. You don't got to go very far to get to it. I used to work out at a church in a town called Narvon, which is not too far from Lancaster City, but it's far enough that a lot of kids that grew up in Lancaster City had never really made their way out there. And we did an after-school event where we went and picked some kids up that we knew in the city, and we took them to Narvon to be able to come out and play some games and stuff. And there was one young boy who had never left the city, and he could not believe that just a mile outside the city was all farmland. Lancaster County is absolutely a melting pot of all types of different cultures and wants and needs. And if you choose to live in more of a rural farm setting, at no point are you too far from wanting to go out in the city for the night. You could bike there from most places in Lancaster, if you're a decent biker and can put a couple miles in. But nevertheless, to go from farm living to downtown city living is just a short car ride. You could go get your downtown fixin' and then head right back out and be drinking sweet tea all night. I think this is one of the things that makes Lancaster County so unique. To be able to go from scenery to scenery and have the option that it's not where you're going to settle down and live the rest of your life, but that option is there. The second thing that I think makes Lancaster County stick out is the proximity to major cities. Now, when I get into this, I understand that if you're someone who's commuting to these major cities every day, this is not the place that you're going to want to live. But if you're kind of a remote worker, or you just have to go into work once a week, once every other week, once a month, Lancaster County becomes an awesome option if you live in some of these major cities in the East Coast. For example, we're 54 miles from Baltimore, Maryland. We're 61 miles to Philadelphia, PA. We're 87 miles to Washington, D.C. In 129 miles of driving, you'd be in Jersey City, New Jersey. If you wanted to take a day trip to New York, you're 130 miles from there. And finally, Pittsburgh, PA is only 197 miles away. It's a little bit of a drive, I know, but like I said, if you're going out there for work once a month, Lancaster County becomes such an awesome home base to actually live your life. This kind of goes back to my first point too. If you're someone who works in King of Prussia, PA, but you love farmland, Narvon's going to be an awesome spot for you to settle down because you're just jumping right up the road to it. But let me be clear once again, we're not just farmland. I know I've been talking about that a lot. A lot of people think that Lancaster County is a bunch of Amish people. There is the Amish here, but there is more non-Amish than there are Amish. We have the city, we have towns, we have suburbs. It's not all farmland. I just keep pointing that out. So I'm going to stop doing that at this point. But the other thing to keep in mind too is maybe you don't work in those major cities, but you just like making the day trips to it. Absolutely, it is easy to make those trips out to those major cities and be able to get back before nightfall, depending on what point of the year you do, because we do have 4 seasons here in Lancaster. The third point I want to make about why I think you should make the move to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, has got to be the food and entertainment. Now, Lancaster County is known for our Dutch-style cooking, heavy foods that make you feel like you're eating cement, smoked meats, those kind of awesome foods. But because we are such a melting pot of cultures, there is so many different options that you will never get bored finding another restaurant to eat around here. My family's favorite in Lancaster is the Taj Mahal right off of Roarstown Road. It's an Indian style food and it is the greatest buffet known to mankind. But just a short drive from there is Shady Maple, which is the biggest buffet in the nation. So whatever your taste buds desire, there's an option for it here in Lancaster. We have very highly rated fine dining options. We got McDonald's. I mean, from top to bottom, we probably have it all. And if there's a type of restaurant that you know about that is not in Lancaster County, please leave in the comments below because I've yet to hear of another one. And not just the food, but the entertainment options are awesome. In Lancaster City, we have a place called Decades Lancaster, which is a vintage hangout with arcade options, bowling, fun, and dining. This makes for an awesome weekend night with your friends, just hanging out, meeting new people, and getting to some games. We also have a large Tanger Outlets, which has all the stores your heart could desire. It's right off of Lincoln Highway, real close to the center city, Lancaster, and you could be shopping all day, just walking from store to store, spending money, enjoying your time. Whatever you like to buy, there's probably an option for it there. And if you finish up there, you could go just a quick drive from there to Sight and Sound to see an awesome play. Or musical, I don't really know how they would categorize that, but either way, it's a breathtaking place to go in and see those sets move, and I mean, it surrounds you. It's like the craziest theater you'd ever see. If you are someone who spent some time in Lancaster County, leave a comment below. What's your favorite restaurant and maybe a place that you like to go to for some entertainment? Now, my fourth and final point that I believe will make you think, maybe I should take a look at this Lancaster County place, is simply the cost of living. Now, for my full report on the cost of living in Lancaster County, send me an email right here asking for my report, and I will send that to you, and we can go over the numbers about how I believe Lancaster County compares to surrounding major cities. I can promise you that it is much cheaper, and you are going to get more bang for your buck housing-wise here. And not only housing-wise, but food, transportation, and utilities are all going to be a cheaper option than your major cities surrounding Lancaster County. Even moving from one county over, like Chester County to Lancaster County or Berks County to Lancaster County, is going to save you a bunch of money in your taxes, utility, housing, all those things. And like I said, if that's something that interests you, send me an email right here and I can be a point of contact in Lancaster County for you. Well, I'm going to be making some more YouTube content, so if you like what you saw today, hit the subscribe button, get ready for the next video next week. And if my video persuades you to look into Lancaster County anymore, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Like I said, here's my email, my number, my social media. Reach out to me anytime and we can have a discussion on making that transition from wherever you are, even if you are in Lancaster County, wherever you are, to Lancaster and how you can best fit in here. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.